Gabe Ross with your First Alert forecast.
Technically into mid-October now, and as we look at the fall color tracker, no real surprises here as far as what we're seeing. Of course, the highest elevations up in the mountains, hitting their peak, and in some cases a little bit past peak, but very little change elsewhere, especially as you make your way down to the coastal plains, even parts of the eastern Piedmont. So you got to go north really to see those colors and get into the higher elevations. If you like classically cool fall weather, our next big trough is approaching. We'll say early next week, going to be the best time frame for that after our next front that comes about Sunday and Monday. Temps likely relegated to the 60s at that point, but we're on the mild and warm end even for the days like today, even tomorrow. Upper 70s, lower 80s. Clouds on the increase with moisture coming in mainly from the south. It's going to up our rain chances tonight to about 60%, back to the low 60s for air temps and some leftover showers first thing tomorrow morning. Mid 70s still on the mild end as far as that's concerned. Clouds begin to thin out a little bit too. It's setting us up for a pretty nice Friday at Highway 6 up in Surf City. Outside we go. West Shore home, First Alert sky camera views all across southeastern North Carolina, featuring varying clouds. Temps widely in the 60s, but your range of 60s certainly on display here too. 61 for Elizabethtown, 67 along the coast, and even 70 in Southport. So it continues to be warm, and that's going to be the case the next couple of days. What you see is what you get. Cloud coverage is going to dictate a lot of that. Clouds and showers, we're going to be a little cooler in that regard. So 70s to about 80 this afternoon. 60s primarily around 9, 10 o'clock. Cooler variety 60s off to the north. But the winds are going to shift eventually to the northeast. Now notice we've got plenty of lower 60s, a few upper 50s mixed in, but temps a little more consistent here. Northeast flow on full display now as we get toward Thursday afternoon. And notice some spots where we're likely to see more sunshine off to the north. Rain chances lower to the north for tomorrow, mind you. Likely to get a few degrees warmer. The rest of us relegated to the lower to, we'll say, middle 70s at best. Let's take you forward, time it all out, shall we? Here's that moisture rolling through all the way through tomorrow and Friday. Yep, it's going to be one of those cases passing by about as quick as it can. Rain amounts looking about the half-inch tally. I think a good general rule of thumb. Lesser amounts to the north of spots like 74, 76. Higher amounts when you get down to spots like Charleston and really South Carolina. 1-inch plus tallies there. So I think we're in pretty good shape to handle the rain. Here's the latest on Sean. A tropical storm going to remain out over the open waters though here the next 5 days, becoming a remnant low early next week. So no definable threats to the Carolinas. 40-mile-per-hour sustained winds, though, gusts up to 50, and its trajectory, as you saw there with the forecast track, to the west-northwest, around 13 miles per hour. 10-day forecast for you. That'll take us all the way into the weekend, of course, early next week, highlighting that next big substantial front and some pretty cool 70s by comparison there. Overnight lows pretty consistently in the 40s to about lower 50s, but our next decent shot of rain going to come really late tonight into early tomorrow, and then with our next front comes Saturday. That could even produce a couple thunderstorms. Bill, back to you.